Duluth in some time, 5100, the Denfeld Hunters advanced in Section 2 play with a tense 2-1 edge over rival Duluth East. It was a pair of goals by junior wing Scott Engen in the first period that keyed this most important game of the year for the two teams.
First goal, Huffman stole the puck behind the net, and I was in front and put it right on my stick, and all I had to do was slap it in.
And how about the second one?
Second one, Chris Apps broke down on the left side, and I just broke the net and he put it right on my stick. I just tipped it in, right under the goalie's pad.
Hunter coach Bill Vukanich was a relieved man after this pressure-filled game.
Emotion back wasn't the word for it, you know, and it came down to the last couple minutes there, and they scored that goal, and our kids didn't fall apart. They kept their poise, and thank God we won.
With the 2-0 early lead, it was up to the guy between the pipes, and senior Rob Stauber hardly ever played better.
You know, this is his last season as a high school player, and he's really been working hard, and all the kids, I can't say enough for the kids. It was we only got 2 goals, but it was a total team effort.
Stauber has been a tower of strength for 3 years for Denfeld, and this was the biggie.
It's just the most important moment of my hockey career. It was just big, it was unbelievable. I was nervous before the game, but I went in the game just knowing that I could do it and that I could stop them guys.
The Hunters report today that wing Mike Vukanich has a knee bruise. Chris App's back is a bit stiff, but both will be ready for Apollo.
Duluth area teams haven't had much luck in the St. Paul Coliseum since they joined Section 2 10 years ago. No Duluth team had ever won here. But the Denfeld Hunters broke that string last night, eliminating St. Cloud Apollo 8-2.
We're happy with our performance lately. We've won 8 in a row, and you know, everybody coming in here, everybody's asking the question, is there a jinx? We just, we went out. We didn't feel there was a jinx. We went out and played our own game.
Denfeld led 2-0 after 1 on goals by Vukanich and Scott Engen. Then in the second period, a sloppy clearing pass was picked off by Dan Huffman. He found Chris Apps in front, who made it 3-0 with a backhander. It was 5-0 in the second when Apollo scored twice on the power play, but Denfeld put it away late in the period. A 2-on-1. Huffman is tripped by the defenseman, but scores as he falls for a 6-2 lead. The Hunters go on to an 8-2 win and a date with Anoka Saturday afternoon at the arena. The winner will advance to the state tournament next week.
Our coaches really worked us hard, and we were working hard, and earlier this year, a lot of people didn't have faith in us, and the fans kept with us, and our parents and everybody, and then everything just started falling in place for us.
The Tornadoes represented Section 2 last year and earned a trip to Duluth with a 3-0 win over Alexander Ramsey last night.
Well, we haven't had much success there over the years, but we feel it's a different team, new year, and we're going to do it.
Anoka defeated Denfeld 4-2 early in the season at Anoka, but this time the Hunters will be at home. In St. Paul, Ray Higgins, Channel 3 Sports.
Really, we are just hot right now. No one's going to stop. No, shouldn't say that, but we are so hot. We're playing on emotion. We are a hot team right now. Oh, I can't get over this feeling right now. This is incredible. Once in a lifetime.
No, Chris Apps hasn't won the Irish sweepstakes. This is better. He and his mates are headed for St. Paul and the Minnesota State Hockey Tournament. The Hunters of Denfeld knocked off defending Section 2 champion Anoka 6-2 at the arena this afternoon. The win set off a celebration in the arena and all over Duluth because the Hunters are the first Duluth team in 11 years to earn a trip to state. Mike Vukanich gave the Hunters their start with a slap shot.
I think I got the puck from Scotty Pearson on the first one, and I just, broke around the outside of him and just went top shelf on him, and luckily, he didn't get it.
That made it 1-0. Anoka tied it in the first period before Vukanich got his second of the game in the second period, and Denfeld led 2-1. Before the end of the period, the Hunters grabbed a 3-1 lead against the pesky Tornadoes, and at the other end, goaltender Robbie Stauber was shutting down the high-powered Anoka attack. He even challenged their big gun, Todd Hartshee, late in the period.
He's going to come down our breakaway. He had it. I read the play coming, and I just went out there and challenged him, and he had his head down, and he looked up, and there I was.
In the third period, Anoka really applied the pressure, but Stauber stood tall, making 19 saves in that period alone. Meanwhile, the Hunters were not done scoring. Tim Sisto made it 4-1. Then Apps was able to go to work with his first of 2.
They left me all on the slot, and Huffman just put a perfect pass right on my stick and bam, away right there.
That gave the Hunters a 5-1 lead. The teams exchanged goals late for the final of 6-2, and the Hunters will face Bloomington Jefferson Thursday at noon.
Nobody in the state will play with as much heart and desire because they all have a lot of talent. We had a lot of talent 2 years ago. We didn't play with 1/4 as much heart and desire as we do now. So that's just everything right there.
Never been here before. We've never gotten this close. We did. I can't believe it.
Today wasn't a day to worry about the Jefferson Jaguars. There was celebrating to do. But given their previous experience at state, Jefferson would have to be a favorite.
Nothing. That's how far we've been looking ahead. Nothing.
And it's one game at a time. Is that the way you're looking at it?
That's the way we're looking at it. We're on a roll, and we, just hope we can keep going.
Definitely an underdog. That's all right. That's where I'd like to be as an underdog. I know we have a chance. We have a chance to win it.